que es profesor de emergencias sanitarias. Public Services, que vendría a ser como emergencias a todo nivel, no solo sanitarias, sino policía, bomberos, etc., ¿no? Ejército. Después tenemos a Jennifer Talbot, que es profesora de peluquería, ¿no?
Yes.
Sí, peluquería. A Musa, que es profesor de business, puede ser, ¿sí? De negocios. Y después tenemos a Ana Marta, que trabaja allí desde hace un montón de años y que es profesora de español. ¿Sí? Entonces, cada uno hará una pequeña ponencia, la hará en inglés, lógicamente. Y yo cuando se lo pregunté a Carla, se dijo, el inglés se supone. Digo, vale, está. Así que sí, era complicado la traducción. Pero bueno, les he pedido que lo hagan despacio, por favor. Y Ana Marta, al final, en el caso de que hay preguntas o que quisierais que traduzca algo, pues ella está encantada. ¿Vale? Muchas gracias. Thank you very much for being here and your listening.
Gracias. Hola. Mi llamo. Lo siento, mi español es pobre. Estoy intentando aprender. I'm not very good. Roger said that you need to make mistakes, so here I am. I'll try to smile too. So thank you for everyone who has welcomed us to Barcelona. It's been a fantastic experience visiting some of your classrooms and comparing the brilliant work that you're doing with what we do in Halesowen College. To start with, we're going to discuss core skills and the embedding of core skills in our curriculum in Halesowen College. But first, Halesowen College is what we call a further education college. So you have SO up to 16 years old. We have similar. Halesowen College is for after 16. So it was 50 years old last year, big birthday, big party. 51 years old now, so we're quite an established college in England. We have until recently, until 6 months ago, we have the longest serving principal in the colleges in the Midlands. So our boss was there for a long time. We have the widest range of courses in terms of the different curriculum, the different courses that we offer in the Midlands. The Midlands, as you see, the arrow pointing to near Birmingham, that's where Halesowen is. We've been saying all week, oh, Midlands, and it makes no sense, but yeah, the middle of the country, near Birmingham. So it's quite centrally based, and we operate 3 different centres. So the Whittingham Road campus is our main site, and then we have 2 others as well. And we offer quite a range of provision. So A-levels, similar to here, I believe. Vocational, vet. That's it. Mi español es pobre. And apprenticeships, work-based learning, which in some ways, from what we've seen, Barcelona and Spain is far ahead of where we are in some ways. So that's the college, that's what we do. So when we talk about core skills, what we were asked to mention to you guys here today, the key things that we've picked out to mention to you includes English, not necessarily as the spoken language, but English skills, language, literature, grammar, spelling, and so on, and much more detail than that. Maths, Again, we've seen lots of maths mentioned and discussed here and in your classrooms also. Employability. Only this morning, Lesbianas, we saw hairdressing students working on employability, searching for jobs. Yeah, very similar in what we embed in our classrooms also. And equality. Inequality and diversity is huge in UK schools and colleges at the moment. So we'll come back to those shortly. First of all, to introduce each of myself and my colleagues. My name's Halesowen, as I mentioned. So I teach public services, enseño servicio público, for about 10 years, so a long time now at Halesowen College, and I've progressed from a trainee teacher up to head of department, so I've done pretty well. So my background is in the British Army, ejército. Smile. Roger's right. It's good. So ejército and ejército aéreo. So that's my background before teaching. At the moment, my department of public services has around 150 pupils and students. So we are about sort of the middle-size department in the college. Some areas, such as computing, have as many as 300 students in their department, so we're quite large. And I teach from levels 1 to 5. Level 5 is a university level, a degree level, so we have quite a range of courses and qualifications. So that's me and my background. And next, my colleague Anna.
Hola, me llamo Ana Marta Santa María y soy profesora en Halesowen College. Llevo trabajando 13 años. Enseño español y además enseño matemáticas muy básicas. Por lo general enseño dos grupos, simplemente tengo dos grupos de estudiantes para español, que es el primer año y el segundo año. Y desafortunadamente en Inglaterra no conseguimos tener muchos estudiantes de idiomas. El número que tengo este año, juntando los dos grupos, son 9 estudiantes. O sea que es bastante pequeño. La verdad es que es bastante difícil animar a los ingleses a que aprendan español, la verdad. Primero porque no es obligatorio. Los niveles que enseño son A-levels, que se llaman. Y la verdad tengo que decir que he tenido bastante envidia cuando Agnes, la directora de Hungría, ha dicho que enseñaba 18 horas, que los estudiantes tenían 18 horas de español a la semana. Realmente me encantaría eso, pero solamente doy 5 horas a cada grupo. Así que la verdad es que tengo un reto muy importante enseñarles español en 5 horas. En realidad son 5 sesiones de 55 minutos, cuando en realidad se supone que solamente vienen casi sin nivel de español. Y a finales del segundo año necesitan hablar con fluidez. Es un reto bastante importante, aunque sea un número pequeño de estudiantes, pero es un reto difícil, la verdad. Pues, siguiente.
Hola, my name is Muzma Ali. I teach business as well, and we have a range of courses, level 1, level 2, level 3. So with these courses, there are students with different abilities. So some of them haven't got many qualifications, and they start at level 1. Some of them, some of our students, they have qualifications, but it could be low grades. So those are the students working on level 2. And the ones that have come with GCSE qualifications, they start level 3, which is a 2-year program, and that leads on to university. My background from Before working in teaching, which I've been in for about 6 years now, I also started as a trainee teacher. Before that I was working in retail, so working in supermarkets, which is very big in the UK, many different supermarkets, Sainsbury's being one of the larger companies that I work for, and then that works hand in hand with what I deliver. So retail is part of the level 1 course where students are learning about customer service in there. So, thank you.
Okay, my name is Jennifer Thawa. So I have been hairdressing for 12 years. I have been teaching for 4 of those years at Halesowen College. So I teach levels 1, 2, 3. So level 1 being similar to Mus when he said it's very low level, okay? They come from school with no qualifications, and so we have to give them the foundation that they need in order to get to the higher levels. Okay, students with qualifications have to start at level 2. So to be a qualified hairdresser in the UK, you have to have level 2. And then for those students who can, they can then progress to level 3, which would be equivalent to half an A-level. Okay, so that is what I do. Alongside our level 1 course, we have to teach maths and English as well. So that is what I do with my students. So again, like Anna said, we teach things like telling the time, money, adding, taking away, subtraction. The basic skills that you'll need to be a hairdresser, to work in a salon, okay? And also those communication skills and being able to read and to write. Okay. So, as part of all of our courses, we have to embed maths and English. So, the British government decided a few years ago that the performance levels at 16 years of age were too low, okay? So, the national average was 48.5% getting the pass rate or higher, okay? So the students now have to retake that when they come to our college, okay? So if they don't get the pass grade, okay, when they are 16, they have to redo the maths and the English qualifications as well as their vocational course, okay, in order to try and pass, okay? This is because the government in the UK wants to improve the maths and the English skills of the population of the country, okay, to make us more educated and to be more employable so that people can get jobs in the UK or obviously in other countries as well. One of the other things that we have to embed is something called equality. So again, the government back in 2010 put what we call a legislation or a law into practice that all forms of education had to teach about equality and diversity, and we also have to raise awareness to it, okay? So there are 9 protected characteristics, okay? So the people who, everybody has some of these characteristics, we all have some of these, and each one is protected for its own right, okay? So for instance, with gender, men are treated equally to women. So women can have the same salary, be paid the same money to do the same job as a man. Whereas years and years ago, that would be different and a man would earn more than what a woman would, okay? So to make sure that everybody is treated equally, if you do the same job, you get paid the same, whether you are a man or whether you are a woman. Okay? So that is one example, but there's other things as well, like age. So it does not matter if you're 18 or if you are 54, if you go to get the same job, they cannot not give you the job because you are 54, okay? They would have to treat you equally and give you the same opportunity, okay? So those are some of the things that we discuss with the students and we teach them so that they are equal and fair to their other peers, okay? So to other students, they all treat each other the same, they treat each other fairly, and then hopefully when they go to get jobs as they, you know, progress through their life, they will honour this act really, and hopefully lead a happy life.
Okay, so moving on to employability skills. What we mean by employability is having the right skills to go into work. So the problem in the UK is that a lot of students were getting qualifications, they were passing tests, but when they go to work, they weren't ready. They didn't have the right skills to work. For example, they may not have had confidence, they may not have the right communication skills, they were unable to solve problems for themselves. So, one of the things that the government has embedded within our teaching practice is, so we get the students to prepare for work during their course. One of the changes that has happened recently in all of the courses through the college is that all the students have to do work experience. So work experience, they go into a job for a week, they have a week off college, they go into work, they see what the job is like, so they know if that career is the right choice for them. We have occasions where students don't know what kind of job they want to do, so this gives them a bit of a trial so they can see what it's like and get a good experience hopefully, and they know what they will be doing in the future. So some of the skills that we try to embed within our lessons are things like team working. So if we have activity, if it's a business subject and we want them to learn about something, we may ask them to research in a group. So they have to communicate with each other, they have to work together to produce maybe a PowerPoint or another resource. So with employability, it covers many different things. Even English and maths is part of employability because these are things that you need when you go into a job. So negotiation, so this is very important for working in a business. So the students will have opportunities to practice these skills, and also creativity, so they are able to think of new things themselves and put that into practice when they go out to the real world. So the real big thing at the moment is getting students to get work experience so they know what work is like. A lot of these 16, 17-year-olds, they've never had a job, so they don't know what businesses are actually like in the real world. They read about it in books and they do research on the computer, but actually going into the job really helps them to get a better understanding. So this is a big thing that we do now to help our students increase their general awareness of work and how that is. So that's it. Shall I look the video?
Okay, thank you. So those are the core skills in brief. Thank you for concentrating on trying to understand. Hopefully you've understood some of what we've said. Part of the problem is that mi español es pobre, mi inglés is pobre. You'll see James Bond speaking posh. That's not how we speak. This is a short clip from our website, which obviously you can peruse at your leisure, but this is just an outline of the college, so you can sort of put a picture to a comparison of where we're coming from.
From school to graduation with Halesowen College. At Halesowen College, we're proud of our range of courses, but it's not just the range of subjects you can study in, it's also the range of age groups we cater for. Around campus, you'll see pupils from local schools rubbing shoulders with full-time students studying A-levels and vocational courses. As well as welcoming school students to college, we give them a feel of a university life so they can think about where they see themselves in a few years' time. Our students enjoy an excellent environment and a caring sense of community that supports their learning and makes college life special. Halesowen College is a recognised teaching centre offering teaching qualifications, training opportunities and continuing professional development for teachers within the region.
I decided to come to Halesowen College. It had a really good open day. The staff were really friendly and really helpful about what kind of course was right for me. The help and advice that I got led me on to university. I then realised I wanted to become a teacher. Halesowen College has always had a good reputation at teaching. I learned quite a lot from being a teacher trainee and I've gained a lot of knowledge from the staff here.
Many of our students go on to university, but for those who are unsure, we have HNCs and HNDs in a variety of subjects. And for students returning to learning, we teach Access to HE, which puts them within reach of their university dream. Thousands of students choose Halesowen College, and we'd love to welcome you too. Come and join us.
And there you go, thank you. If you have any questions and you'd like them answered by someone who makes much more sense, please. This is good.
Soy coordinador de formación profesional de un centro de Badalona. Os quería preguntar, ¿qué porcentaje hay de estudiantes que hacen formación profesional en vuestra ciudad, por decirlo de alguna forma, frente a gente que hace bachiller de cara a ir a la universidad? ¿Hay muchos más estudiantes de bachiller que de formación profesional en vuestra ciudad, por decirlo de alguna forma? No en vuestro centro, sino a nivel de ciudad.
I will attempt. So the vocational, that's very much on the up, on the increase. A level, still strong, but it's sort of going down.
One of the changing trends that we've noticed is that maths and English, like we mentioned, the results are lower. So the maths and English performance has decreased. So a lot of students with lower grades are going into vocational rather than going into A-level, because A-level, they have to have higher grades to get in. They have to get good grades to get onto A-level. So students will do vocational. Like, for example, in business, you can do A-level at Halesowen College Business, and you can do vocational business.
It's important to say that A-level is what is bachillerato. Bachillerato is nivel A. Cuando dice A-level es bachillerato.
Okay. Yeah. So we offer both A-level and vocational, both. But some students prefer vocational because they get the, they do the coursework and things like that. And some students that have got higher grades will go on to do A-level. But in terms of the qualification, you get the same outcome. So you get this. Both students can go to university with vocational A level, so it's a student choice. But based on the GCSE results being lower, the grades being lower, a lot of them go on to vocational.
Y creo que otra de las razones es porque las universidades son muy caras, el ir a la universidad es muy caro, con lo cual muchos estudiantes también eligen el camino de hacer formación profesional.
El grado de colaboración de las empresas para que hagan prácticas los chicos, nuestros alumnos. ¿Estas prácticas que hacen son remuneradas? ¿Se las pagan las empresas a los chicos? ¿Y cuántas horas máximas pueden hacer de prácticas?
No, es un trabajo voluntario.
Es un trabajo voluntario.
Es una 35 horas. 35 horas a la semana. Solamente es una semana. Solamente es una semana.
Pero no es obligatorio.
It is now obligatory, but only last year.
Del año pasado, sí.
Una puntualización. La obligatoriedad nuestra son 350 horas de prácticas, 350, y ahora está surgiendo con fuerza lo que llamamos la FP dual. La FP dual consiste en este caso en que el alumno trabaja y puede tener una beca o un contrato laboral. Un contrato laboral que puede ser un mínimo de un año y la empresa se compromete a pagarle durante ese año. No sé si esa fórmula prevéis o se está realizando FP dual en el Reino Unido.
Yo tengo que preguntarles porque yo solo doy levels, o sea que no tengo mucha información.
Gracias.
Dice que a veces.
Quiero comenzar con una última pregunta. ¿Hacéis intercambios Erasmus con otros países? ¿Intercambio?
Buena pregunta. We don't do Erasmus. Do we do Erasmus with other countries? We exchange. Este año están este año van a Italia o han ido a Italia durante un mes.
Y una pregunta para ti solo. ¿Utilizas ¿cómo se llama esto? La academia, que ahora no me sale el nombre, la Academia Cervantes, que es el Instituto Cervantes?
No, el Instituto Cervantes se utiliza en la escuela de idiomas que hay en Birmingham. En Birmingham hay una escuela de idiomas, lo que es equivalente aquí a una escuela de idiomas, se llama Brashaus Language Center, y ellos utilizan el título de Cervantes. Pero yo en el colegio tengo que utilizar el BOR, como es el Instituto Cervantes, pero es EQA, AQA. Utilizamos diferentes BOR, son BOR nacionales.
¿Has probado colaborar con ellos, con el Instituto Cervantes? O sea, ¿tener algún contacto, habéis hecho una mano o alguna cosa?
Bueno, tengo varias compañeras que lo utilizan y siempre estamos en contacto y estamos haciendo cosas intentando innovar, pero en el colegio o en el instituto, que es en este caso, no puedo hacerlo.
You said in your presentation that there was a difference between vocational, I guess that is FP here, and apprenticeship. It seemed to be more work-related, more like you go get work experience. In vocational it's just 1 week. How does apprenticeship work?
An apprenticeship is more the other way around. You'll spend 3 or 4 days in work and 1 day per week in college. It is a paid salary, very little salary, but it means that they can gain work experience doing the job, which is very beneficial, but also gain the qualification.
Then you get an official qualification. Yes. I guess this one doesn't let you go into university?
Sometimes there are what we call higher apprenticeships, which can go up to level 6, I believe. So a degree, university level. Gracias.
Jo anava a presentar ja, però ja ho veieu. Ha estat professor nostre durant molts anys i ha estat treballant al Consell Català de Formació Professional i parlarà justament, com diu,